Hello.
Hello. Oh, so we're not live. We're not coming to you on our usual chat show. We're just touching by, dropping base, whatever the sayings are, to let you know what is going on in the world of the caring view. Because you'll have seen us a bit all over the place at the moment. We're doing podcasts, we're doing chat shows, we're doing Care Secretary's Got Talent, and it's all very exciting. And we've got a lot planned this year, Mark. And I just think it's worth us just dropping by, seeing what we've got going on. And we have a big reveal at the end. We have some new branding, which we find terribly exciting and you'll find utterly boring. But for us, it's another sort of step into becoming the platform that we want to be. It's that sort of last step from what we used to be to what we're going to be, hopefully. And we're all quite excited about it. And we've got new microphones. So,
you can see yours. Mine's just
So in the future, content-wise, we might be having some. And so this is ASMR. Caring view ASMR. No, we're not going to do ASMR. We might do mukbangs. You know where they eat into the microphone. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I think first things first is the chat show itself. Chat show's staying, and we're still live every single Tuesday. Mark, how many episodes have we got planned?
What have we not got planned? So we've got episodes booked until the end of the year, which I know I've spoken to people that are like, oh, does that mean I can't go on? But actually, no. If you're interested in joining us, then you can join on one of the conversations, or we can put on an extra, a lunchtime or an evening slot. So yeah, if there's something you're keen to talk about, keen to join us on, then please do let us know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good and really exciting. And like you say, we've got the topics booked. We're always happy to have extra guests on, extra experts on. If it's actually something that's your field and you want to do a takeover, let us know. You can run the actual thing and we will have nothing negative to say about that. So I think that's quite exciting. Similarly with our podcast, so we've just released the last episode of series 3. I want to say it is, and that's all been around entrepreneurship and sort of startups and making your own business, and that's been really well received. We obviously did the PIR podcast, which has had over 16,000 plays now, which 16,000. I'm overselling ourselves there, 1,600. But 1,600 is still exciting, I think, for a podcast about the PIR, and I think that's been really well received.
I think. Just touching on that, 1,600, I think that just goes to show what appetite there is out there for people to be supported through what should be something that's quite a simple, just an information return to the regulator should be something that is kind of straightforward, quick and easy to do, and then to move on to kind of your day job. And actually that support's obviously still very much needed.
It's amazing, isn't it? You get the PIR in your inbox. It's like, this will take you 7 hours to complete. And everyone's like, no, I'm going to use the entire month to do this. This is not going to take me 7 hours. And you're underestimating the commitment needed for this. But with the podcast, so we've got series 4, which we've almost finished recording now. And that's going to be around the sort of membership organizations that are out there, but also why as individuals and organizations we should be investing in our growth, uniting our voices together. Mark's kids really want to come on the show, so I'm sure we'll have them soon. But it's going to be all around the sort of membership idea, and we've met with Martin Green, Nader Ahmed, Vic Rayner, Jane Townsend, John Wilkes. We've met with Skills for Care, and it really is that sort of, this is what you need to know if you are a provider. These are the networks that are out there to support you. Series 5, we've got planned, and that's going to be all around. Mark and I are just having a discussion about this. Is it DSP Toolkit or is it DSPT Toolkit? If it was DSPT Toolkit, then it's Data Security Protection Toolkit. And I don't know whether that's the right thing. I don't know. Maybe we need to ask Katie when she's on for the podcast. But that's going to be Series 5. Series 6 is all around buying and selling care businesses, which I think is quite exciting. And then that takes us to the end of the year, Mark, on the podcasts.
I know, it's crazy to think that takes us to the end of the year. Sorry, obviously it's clearly not live on a Tuesday, because normally everybody in my household is extremely quiet on a Tuesday night and asleep, and I've got dogs barking, the doorbell's going, and I have no idea what's going on downstairs. But yeah, no, I think it's absolutely insane. I'm really looking forward to the DSP Toolkit conversation, because I think, again, it's going to be a bit like the PIR one, where we know there's a lot of people struggling to compete it. So yeah, I think that'll be good. And buying and selling care homes isn't normally a conversation that's that's had. So again, I think that's going to be a really interesting conversation, and I think actually, even personally, I think really informative and will upskill my knowledge. So.
Yeah. And I know a lot of our content is quite lengthy. You know, our chat shows an hour. Some of our podcasts, we always say that we're going to record in 30 minutes and inevitably invariably they're over like 40, 50 minutes long. But we are going to be introducing some little pause moments over on our podcast channel, which are just going to be sort of 5-10 minutes snippets of really good, really concentrate information which you can take away and learn from. And as always, everything's going to be completely free to access. There's no membership fees or costs or charges to what we do. Similar to the free resources, they're going to continue coming to you every Friday. Another thing that we're doing is we are trying to work with more organizations. So at the minute, we're doing a consultation across the sector around delays in paying of care invoices. We're not going to try and be Panorama or anyone like that, but we do want to really investigate what is going on in social care. And as we are a platform for health and social care and the voices within it, it just seemed a bit of a no-brainer when some of our listeners are telling us, look, we're just not getting paid. What's going on? So we've partnered up with number one People Healthcare, very fabulous Chan Carr, who's been a part of the show before, and my daytime organisation, the Institute of Health and Social Care Management. But it's not limited to those three. More people are welcome to join us on this consultation. If you want to send it out to your networks, that would be great. We've already had a good response so far. The results aren't that nice to look at, but it's something we're quite excited to sort of dip our toes into in something that we're doing. And just as a bit of a tease, we have got some working partnerships coming up with some really good national organizations who are going to be doing some content series for us. So they won't be part of the main chat show. They won't be part of the main podcast. They will go onto those platforms, but they're going to be specific with those organizations. And we're going to do some more in-person stuff, I think, as well, aren't we, Mark?
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the partnership working. I think, obviously, we've spoken about it for a long time around gatekeeping information and collaboration. And I think actually it just kind of harnesses what we've always strived for, and actually, allowing people that follow us actually access into kind of what those organizations are doing and vice versa. And it's all around, upskilling and, giving a positive image of social care. So, I'm looking forward to revealing further down the line of who they are once we've kind of ironed all the niggly bits.
Yeah, and we've just had Health Plus Care show, but there's one 30th of June, 1st of July we're doing. Which one's that?
That is the Care Managers show. So that is with Caring Times and Nexus Media. So we'll be there on both days. Day one's for care managers predominantly. The second day is around nursery care work or nursery care managers, but same agenda on both days. So I think if you can't make one, do join the other. But yeah, really looking forward to talking there. And I think it's the first one. It's their kind of pivotal launch. And I think it's got a lot of traction already. A lot of marketing's gone into it. So it looks really good. A lot of managers that I've spoken to are going. So looking forward to doing that.
And Davina McCall's going to be there.
She will be, yes. That she will.
You are live at the Care Managers show. Please do not swear.
I used to love Big Brother. Like it was like, what am I? Yeah. So I'll definitely be asking her about Big Brother days. So
I want to ask her about her piece in Dead Set. Do you ever remember Dead Set, that zombie series that was like based in like the Big Brother house? And she was playing herself in it, and then she got eaten by a zombie. Do you ever remember that?
No, I don't remember that. She obviously does a lot of work now around menopause and menopause awareness, which I think obviously the workforce is predominantly female based. So yeah, I think she's planning on, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I think she's planning on doing a talk around menopause. So it'd be good to listen to, because I think it's still not an area, as much as it's kind of not as taboo. I still feel in social care, it's still not really spoken about. It's not, given that we're a female based workforce, really, you think there'll be a lot more resources and advice and kind of support out there.
And again, anyone who wants to come on and use the Caring View as a platform to raise awareness around that, anything really around women's health, I think, like Mark says, there's we say this as men, we don't know, is there still a taboo? Is there still a stigma attached to it? And if we can help provide that platform to eradicate those voices, we won't be here, come and do a takeover. That's no issue to us. We'd be more than happy with that. So that's podcasts, that's chat show, that's live shows, that's pause moments, the consultation. We do just like to remind people that we do this in our spare time. This isn't our job, really. This is a sort of passion project of ours. And up until recently, it was a question of whether we'd be able to sustain it moving forwards, because with it being a passion project, it was out of our own pockets, and the more we do, the more things cost. But we are lucky to have secured a couple of sponsors now, which is really exciting. New microphones. It's allowed us to sort of up our game a bit, and hopefully, I know I need to get like a room dresser because it's like bin. It's not that attractive. You've got like lovely reeds, and I'm like bin. But this is my craft room as well. So maybe we need to look into how we dress our rooms a bit more, but we are focused on providing that higher quality sort of content coming forwards now, better production, all round really, I think. And we are open to more sponsors. We are open to working with more people. It is really down to allowing us to provide more for the people who join us, who are a part of us. It allows us to give back. It's not going in our pockets. It's going towards supporting the sector further. It will allow us to pay for transport, hotel costs, carer costs for people who want to get involved, who are relying and drawing on social care, but financially can't do it at the moment. And that's really what we're sort of working towards, aren't we, Mark? We've got some big plans, haven't we, for next year?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think just echoing there on what you said, it's not about us trying to get rich or anything. We have no desire. I mean, we do have a desire to be rich, but not a desire to, utilize the care and view to get rich. And I think, we were speaking to people with lived experiences when we wanted them to join some of our live events. And a few of them said, well, actually, I'd need my carers to come along, and actually, can you fund the hotel? And obviously it wasn't something we were able to do unless we dipped further into our own pockets, but something that actually we really wanted those voices there. And that's what the sponsorship's gonna enable. And I think as well, touching on kind of all our own voices at these kind of conferences and, live events, is that all of us give up our own time, but we're all there giving our experience, and our experience has value. And actually we should all be kind of compensated for that. So actually people coming along to our live show, okay, we might not be able to give them what they would have made on their, on their hourly rate or their day rate, but actually you can give something as a token gesture to say thank you for your time, thank you for joining. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, no, it's super important. And we just want to sort of normalize saying thank you, normalize recognizing people. And, again, we won't go too far into what we've got going on next year. You're going to have to follow us and subscribe to find that stuff out. But we have got some really big plans of what we want to be able to do to provide back to the sector. And that's only possible through our sort of sponsors and partners. But ethically, our values is always around the people, the impact, what can people take away, and how can people go and change lives. And that's all we want to do, is to share that knowledge. So I think, other than our big new logo reveal, that might be pretty much everything we've got in the sort of near future, is it, Mark?
I think two things that have sprung to mind. So one more live event. So we're attending the Global Aging Conference in Scotland.
We are.
Don't ask me for the date because my memory is not that good. But we are attending that, which I'm really looking forward to. I've never been to it before. Obviously seen it across social media. And then the only other thing is just around our newsletters. So I think we were publishing our newsletters, but we kind of took a purposeful step back just to kind of review actually what is it that we want to achieve, what kind of content do we want to put out. And I think we took it away for about 3 or 4 months, but actually it's back. It's all around content that can support registered managers, bits of pieces that you can just take away, tips and hints. We will feature some of the older shows on catch up and bits and pieces. So, but we're hoping that newsletter is going to be really informative actually when it lands on in your inbox or in your LinkedIn feed, that actually it's something that you can utilize day to day and not just a newsletter for the sake of having a newsletter. So really looking forward to developing that.
Yeah, and I think that's important just to remind everyone, we are an on-demand service. So everything is that we put out there, our live shows are recorded, everyone can just go and access them. They're in playlists on our YouTube page, they're on Spotify. And, if we look about it now, we've got just short of 1,600 subscribers now on YouTube. I mean, across all our platforms, we're in the tens of thousands now of followers, and our plays across YouTube and our podcasts, I think we're peaking at nearly 40,000 now, which is just, really exciting, including LinkedIn and all of that. And there's all that want and that need for it. And our website gets loads of hits. So we are looking at creating a sort of supplier list for social care as well. So if you're a supplier and you want to utilize that and access that, again, it will help fund what we're going to do, but it will also connect you with people who are actively trying to change, actively investing in themselves and their businesses and the care they're providing. And we want to be able to provide those facilities and those abilities there. So yeah, anyone that wants to do that, fine. That's really good. Let's get in touch. Mark, can we show our new logo now?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
So obviously our logo has been with us for a while, and it's a hard thing to try and get rid of a logo. We've enjoyed who we've been, we've enjoyed where we came from, and we're never going to forget that. And obviously, visually, we're not going to lie, things have changed. We've gone from 4 hosts to 2, and the original logo was really sort of metaphorically, visually showcase the hosts of the show. Yes, we could take it as actually this is just people's voices in social care, but we wanted something that was a little easier to see, a little bit more pleasing, and something that would work on multiple backgrounds as well. Now that we're doing more and more stuff, more people need a logo, and it sort of gets lost. It's very simple. I don't know why I'm building it up like you're all really excited.
I know. I was thinking, do we need a drum roll?
I don't know what it sounds like with the new mics. Maybe. So yes, this is going to be the Caring View. We're not just a chat show anymore. We are the Caring View chat show, podcast, and free resources. It's quite exciting. We are really looking forward to what we're doing. And not to speak out of turn, I did not think that a year and a half ago, Mark, we would be here. There were times when we thought, actually, this isn't something that's going to continue. Does it have legs? And where we've gone from last February to now, I just think is absolutely phenomenal. And we just want to be able to continue providing this for the sector, for health and social care, bridging that gap, and just helping anybody we can do.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think for anybody watching this, anybody listening, actually, a big thank you to kind of you guys as well for tuning in, coming on to our show. We appreciate that obviously people have given up a lot of Tuesday evenings to join us, time during the day and weekends for the podcast, and actually it wouldn't have been possible if everybody hadn't obviously chipped in and collaborated. So yeah, big thank you to them, but also thank you to Adam. Wouldn't be doing the show if it wasn't for you. Might be doing it, but definitely wouldn't be doing as much. But you are right, when we compare, I think even when I compare back to kind of the end of last year, like December time, how far we've come, with the podcast. The original episode, we were like, let's just take the audio from the live show and pop that out, and did the PIR podcast, which kind of exploded. And there was obviously that desire for more. And I think that's kind of just spurred us on. But we definitely need to learn how to say no to each other, because I think one of us is like, shall we do this? Yeah, let's do it. And then we don't factor in actually the time factor of what that's going to take. And I think, yeah, like you said, I think a lot of people think that we've got a team behind us, but actually it's us putting all of it together, doing the marketing, doing all the production. And yeah, many a late evening, not an early morning from me, but yeah, and weekends. So
I think if anyone could see our WhatsApp chat for this show, they'd just be going, you guys need to go see like a therapist or something, because this is ridiculous. You can't be doing this. I'm like, no, let's just scale it back. And we never do. Maybe we should do. But it's, at this moment in time, everything's what we want to be doing, and it's really exciting. So yeah, watch this space. So before we go, final plug for next week's show, Mark, because I will put this out this evening. And next week's show is quite good, I think, quite exciting.
You've done it to me again and dropped me right on it. And I was looking at the top and I'm like, oh no, I'm not on the right laptop to know which one I'm on. But remind us all, what is the show next week? And as soon as you start...
So we are looking at building up your employees' financial resilience. Anything around...
Yes. Now it's the light bulb. You can blame long COVID here. It's like a nightmare living with long COVID and no memory. But yeah, no, I am really looking forward to it. And I listened to a podcast, funny enough, with Davina McCall, who was like, you should just go out and just, if you want to achieve something, just go big or just don't do it. And I remember thinking, we're going to do a show around finance, and I want a bank. I want somebody big to come and offer advice to people, all the way from a care worker level, basically anybody. We all need financial wellbeing support at the moment. Times are tough. And I thought, I'm just going to drop HSBC a message. And didn't hear anything for probably about a month, and I thought, oh well, they're obviously not going to come back to me, and we carried on with the plans that we had already, and then out of the blue they were like, no, we'd love to be involved. This is something that's really a passion of ours, and we've seen the show, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so 7:30 next Tuesday, which will be the 9th of May. And it's all around building financial resilience, and really it's for your teams as well. Share it with your teams if it's going to support them. Absolutely great. We have to say that it's not advice; it's just tips and recommendations. They can't give advice. This whole FCA money thingy jiggy, they'll probably tell us on Tuesday. I'll be like, oh, that's great advice, and I'll get chastised the entire episode. I can just see it now. But yeah, do join us live on Tuesday next week for giving your questions, everything like that. And yeah, just reiterate what Mark said earlier, because it's just we get like 30, 40, sometimes 50 people live watching on a Tuesday night, which on a Tuesday is fantastic, week in, week out. And just a huge thank you. And, any content that you think you really would benefit from and you want someone to come and help deliver, just let us know and we'll try and arrange our sort of content around that. But just a huge thank you from me. And yeah, we look forward to what the rest of this year is going to bring, and already planning for next year.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Sorry, I've got the kids in the background, shouting. I'm like, mute, unmute. The joys of children.
Mark's going to have a really relaxing weekend now, working on his ice cream van. I'm not going to say anything more because I just think it's incredible you've got an ice cream van. So, yes, if you like a soft one, like a Mr. Whippy, go and find Mark this week and then go get an ice cream.
Yeah, there's definitely no rush for the wicked here, but yeah, no, enjoyed it.
Well, Mark, a journey and a journey to continue. Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
I need to hit end record and I've forgotten how to do it.